a chance to give her stance and let us know about her?
Yeah, just a minute. The sound's gone. Yeah, 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 I'm Joan. I'm from the UK, as you can tell by my accent. I've been involved with refugees for the past 10 years, starting with the Iraqis, the Iranians that I'm still working with, and I've always been in, for the last 10 years, I've been so involved in refugee work in whatever way I can help, and I've met many, and I see what's happening in so many countries, but Syria is without doubt the worst I've ever witnessed. Yeah. I can't do enough for those people.
Reminds me of Somalia.
I can't do enough for those people.
It's a horrible situation, and for the world to just let it go on is disgusting.
I can't understand why other countries are not doing anything. It just seems incredible to me.
I think that if they hadn't faced the situations in Iraq and in Afghanistan, I think people would be more inclined to want to go in and do something about the terrible situation in Syria. But I think that people do not have the to start another war. They've just been into Libya. I think that perhaps if people felt that we had solved any problems by going into Afghanistan or into Iraq, then they might feel somewhat differently about it. But every day we hear about terrible things that happen there. So it really doesn't surprise me that nobody wants to go in and save the Syrians, even though I thoroughly agree with you. It's absolutely appalling.
So I think, if I can add on to Betty's comment, is that I think I guess the panel we have here, at least onto the cams, is that we're all in agreeing that something needs to be done. Okay, now that another country has made a major attack, do we as a people support this and try to get it not really provoke or go to war, but to do more of like a thing that was done in Libya and do some kind of maybe zone or something of this sort to help the innocent people that are still stuck into Syria, because there are many women and children and elders who are innocent in all this, who are still in there, that have not fled. So there's still people living there. So I mean, I'm thinking also, is this something that the people should face and say, hey, go ahead and do what you have to do? Or should we say, no, stop and just take care of it as you need? I mean, what do you guys' thought about
that? I can say that I think that.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Ben.
Okay. I think that possibly now they won't have any other choice but to go in. So that perhaps be pushed into doing it. But I agree with something that Larry said earlier, that the reason why Israel has taken the initiative now is because they felt terroristic threatened. Otherwise, they wouldn't have done anything. I'm sure of that. That's my opinion, anyway.
In my opinion, I think we should let them get arms.
Okay, let who get arms? Joan, I know you were on the phone, so maybe you missed the question. The question is that now that
missed something there. Yeah.
Yes, now that it's okay. Now that Israel has went ahead and did these 2 attacks, should the people support them to do more, and for other countries to do more for the people of Syria, or should we, tell them to stop now, or not support any more attacks?
Seeing how
say about this if
oh. Okay, Larry.
Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I was going to say that it's obviously these attacks on the people by Assad have intensified. I mean, the huge numbers and the horrifying way that they're killing these poor people. Something has to be done now. You can't just leave it, because they're just literally wiping out the Sunni population. This is getting, sectarian, and it's something's started to happen. Even if we let the FSA have access to weapons. Why worry about whether Jabhat al-Nusra are a terrorist group and what they've had arms? They're very organised. Why can't the Free Syrian Army have access to weapons? Let them have a better chance of defending themselves and defending the Syrian civilians.
I'd like to address that.
Breaks my heart to sit and watch all these children murdered.
There's a facet to this that we have not touched on yet that I think is critically important. We have to realize that Syria is being propped up, essentially by 3 major powers. By Russia, by China, and
Iran.
by Iran. Okay? And you have to realize that if the United States wants to go in there, let's say they're planning a targeted killing of Bashar Assad, okay? They want to go ahead and cut the head off this man. Well, before they can do that, they have to consider what the fallout's going to be from Russia, not necessarily from Iran so much, but from Russia and China, 2 other essentially superpowers. They can't just do it unilaterally. Israel does not feel constrained the same way that the United States is constrained, because they really don't much care about what Russia and Iran think about what they're doing. They're doing what they're doing for self-defense. But if they went in there to kill Bashar Assad, then they'd have to deal with fallout from the whole world. So their hands are kind of tied. But the hands of the United States should not be tied in this situation, no matter who likes it. Because you can't continually put up with people being massacred every day. It's ridiculous.
No. Can't.
Okay, Marion in the chat room.
And I think
comment. She says, is it normal that all the press don't
Sorry, carry on.
legitimacy of the shelling?
Well, nothing's been said about that. And the Times, I'm getting really annoyed at statements being made that Assad is only killing terrorists, when it's clear that his attacks are on civilians. They're not the terrorists. They're in their own homes. They're dragged out into the street. They're not armed. They're not fighting. Yeah. And then they're taken off and slaughtered in the most horrific ways. Nobody's defending them.
Excuse, this is a technical question. I can hear Joan very, very much better than Dominga and Larry. I don't know whether it's possible to adjust the sound.
Yes.
Yeah, I just needed to turn up my mic.
Stop shouting, Dominga.
Okay. Okay, Joan, turn yours down a little bit.
Sorry. I turned it all the way up now, so first you couldn't hear me, now you can.
I'm going to jump to hear Larry.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
I'm going to jump to hear you, Larry.
Basically, I just wanted to tell Betty, if you're having problems with your audio, just hover over any of the speakers' pictures, and you'll see a speaker icon. You can either mute, turn down, while the speakers are an echo. I think I handle this one.
Put your... Yeah.
Okay, if I can just give me 1 minute to explain to Betty.
Okay.
But the thing is that if you put your mouse, Betty, onto me, say for instance, just put your computer mouse onto me, like poke me in the face or something. Yes, you will see you will see a little wrench, and then you will see a speaker. Put your mouse onto the speaker, and you will see a volume control. You can mute, you can put it, okay, I think you muted. Click it again. Click it again because you muted yourself, I think. Okay, I think you muted yourself. Oh, there you go. I can hear you now. Yes, I can hear you now. So do you see?
Okay, fine.
Yes, that's your volume control.
Okay, I'm going to turn Larry up a bit. Okay, Larry.
That's okay. Yeah. I'm going off camera anyway.
Okay, we can go. Keep
I'm
going.
going to be back.
Yeah.
But I've got to go off camera for a few minutes. See y'all soon. Bye-bye.
Okay, anyone else? Larry just left us, so anybody else that's Marion or Hamid or Diana, if you feel free, if you want to just stay with us in the chat, that's fine. If you want to come up at any point in time, you just go up to the top and you'll see start speaking. You just click on one of those and you will appear just like us. If you don't want to be on cam, we also have just audio. You can turn off your cam and just have your audio if you want to talk, if you don't want to be smiley and pretty on cam. If you're shy or you just you're not a cam person, so that is available for you. I'll let you any topic you all want to. Hamid wants to come in and be pretty with us. So welcome, Hamid.
Good.
Okay, so we were talking about
It will be funny day.
whether
It will be important day. Thank you for this good conversation, and I have to go now. Goodbye.
Hello, Ahmed.
think he left. I think he was just coming to give us a goodbye greeting. I think. It sounded like he said that it was nice to hear. Yes, I think he went. Okay. So, with the next conflict, with Israel, they haven't made an official statement on any. What are both of your opinions on the idea that they're not commenting whatsoever about what they've done about the two attacks whatsoever?
I don't know what to think. It was a bit of a shock when I heard Israel had actually gone and bombed, especially Mount Cassion. I've been there up that spot. Beautiful area, the big picnic area there. And when I was there, I was with the Iraqi refugees, and they told me that he had a palace there, and it was very well guarded. It was a real fortress, and I would think it would be extremely difficult to do much damage to what he's got there, because it's nearly all deep into the mountain. So, but when I heard, I was surprised, but I was pleased in a way, because somebody has to do something. And if Israel were getting rid of some of these, what was that? I can't remember the wording that they put on it. It was like a new type of weapon that would change the war in its favour.
I think what you're talking about is
those poor FSA. They're trying to keep up with the weapons. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. What are you talking about? Are you talking about the idea of them using chemical weapons, Joan?
Well, I did hear earlier on that there were chemical weapons at the missile base at Mount Cassion. So was that what Israel were going after? To make sure that they weren't used or taken away to be used by Hezbollah?
Yes, I believe so.
Strong possibility.
My personal opinion is that these weapons were being removed because of the fact that now that they are able to confirm, and this is just me, I can't confirm, this is just my opinion, my personal opinion. But chemical weapons have been used a few times in Syria, and the first time they started being used, it was kind of dismissed, and people were saying, well, we can't confirm that, and we cannot, we can't say for sure that these chemical weapons are being used. But the Syrian people have been saying that chemical weapons have been used in China. And they also have, you have medical,
and they have the injuries. Yeah.
Yes. And
that's right.
Medical personnel there.
How can they deny it?
Right. And this has gone on from the first time that chemical weapons had come up. But so I think with Assad this last time that it was that they confirmed it, because they confirmed it twice now. The second time that they confirmed it, Assad's going, I'm in trouble. They caught me again, and so I'm going to try to move all these chemical weapons into Lebanon. And I believe that they say that it's missiles that he's sending, but missiles of what? Assad is airstriking his own people. So, is it? I'm thinking myself and just generally asking, is it missiles with chemical weapons in them that he's trying to get into Lebanon so that he don't get into trouble? And if Hezbollah gets these weapons, is that good for Is that good for Israel because Hezbollah does not like them? Or where are the weapons going to go after they hit Lebanon? So I do believe that Israel has a concern. The only thing that I really disagree with is why in the heck is it taking so long? You knew all this stuff before. I mean, this has been going on for 2 years. What are the excuses? Only now, only now there's chemical weapons, but these chemical weapons have been used for 2 years now.
Of course, yeah. I can't understand America saying, "Oh well, it might only been used a little bit." So you've got to have a massive chemical weapon killing thousands before they'll act.
Go ahead.
Carry on, Betty.
No, well, there's no evidence that they use chemical weapons before. No, as far as I can understand, there's no evidence that they actually use chemical weapons until recently. Now it seems that they have. And this is what has obviously alarmed Israel. They are very concerned that these weapons, chemical weapons, will fall into the wrong people's hands, i.e. Hezbollah, and they're scared stiff, and they were defending themselves by bombing the site. But
there have been evidence.
Yeah. But only recently, I understand.
No, it's a while ago that some of the defecting pilots said they were using them.
Okay.
Defecting pilots have said they were using them.
Okay.
So it's not just now. Yeah. And that's why some defected, because they weren't prepared to drop chemical weapons onto Syrians. Yeah. And they said they were instructed. They were told they had to drop these bombs, and it's just horrendous. There's no doubt in my mind that chemical weapons are being used and have been used for some time. Getting worse and worse. And the numbers of children being killed are going. Some of the pictures today, especially the woman with the triplets. How can they do such a thing? Take that. I mean, those triplets looked as though they would have been perfect. Shooting women in the stomach when they're pregnant, making sure the babies die. Have these men got no families?
So
got no feelings, have they? No.
Not to say that, because a lot of these images that come...
War is a brutal and disgusting affair. Yeah.
Yes. Not to say, Betty, that I have a question for you. The images and stuff that Joan is talking about, I know it's really hard to see, but I wanted to ask you, have you ever seen anything, any of these kinds of pictures and stuff coming out of Syria that they bring out?
Yes, of course I have. I mean, yes. You can't. There's no way you can escape seeing them. If you watch television, if you follow on internet, you can't avoid seeing it. We all know this type of thing.
We're not seeing that though, Betsy. What we're talking about is not shown on the media. They won't show it on the media. Well, it's only because Dominga and I, we're working closely with Syrian people, and we're getting it actually from Syrians. And I was talking to a young father